Hey everyone, welcome back to Fantasy Theory. Today we are going to be breaking down the House of Dragons Season 2 trailer. While I did enjoy Season 1, I'm hoping Season 2 is a little bit crazier. Season 1, however, was incredible. I don't know how it compares to Season 1s of Game of Thrones, because I feel like I would be judging Game of Thrones as a whole, and only judging House of Dragons based off one season. With that being said, Game of Thrones was 8 seasons, definitely could have been more, but we got 8. While House of Dragons, according to George R.R. Martin, will have up to 4 seasons. That is half of what Game of Thrones was given. So let's see how well they can produce the show if done in such a limited amount of seasons. With that being said, I want to give an extremely quick overview of House of Dragon Season 1. House of Dragon is set around 103 AC, which is about 200 years before Game of Thrones Season 1. The show is centered around the Targaryens, which of course is the bloodline leading to the mother of dragons, Daenerys. The show has a plethora of characters. The King Viserys Targaryen, his daughter Rhaenyra, who he had with his first wife who died during childbirth of their firstborn son, who also died in childbirth. He remarries to Alicent Hightower, Rhaenyra's close friend. They have a few children, Aegon II, who will become king following the death of his father, Aemon and Helaena, as well as a baby boy we have yet to meet. We also have Viserys' brother Daemon, who kills his wife and remarries Laena Velaryon, introducing her two parents, Corlys and Rhaenys. Laena and Daemon have 2 children. Due to an extremely painful pregnancy, she begged her dragon to kill her, burning her alive. Laena has a brother, Lenor, who is married to Rhaenyra. However, he is secretly gay but having an understanding and respect for one another. Rhaenyra goes on to have 3 children, Jacaerys, Lucerys, and Joffrey, with supposedly Laenor. However, it's kind of obvious they're not his children and are actually Sir Harwin Strong's children, who was Lord Commander of the City's Watch of King's Landing and Rhaenyra's lover. Of course, there are more characters that add to the story and plot of the show, but we will be here all day if we name everyone. If you want to find a character guide and family tree, HBO has one up on their website, which is highly helpful, and I suggest checking it out. While there's a lot that was put onto the Season 1, I'm only going to name a few key moments. King Viserys has no male heir to the throne following the death of his only son and his wife. He has also disinherited his brother Daemon from being heir for mocking his son. This leads him to make his daughter Rhaenyra heir to the throne, the first woman on the throne. Another key moment is the very odd relationship between Rhaenyra and her uncle Daemon. While very strange in real life, it's not strange for Game of Thrones in their timeline. The two have an affair while Rhaenyra is a young teenager. Jumping years later, some other key points as listed briefly before, Rhaenyra is married to a gay man who is also in a secret relationship, as is Rhaenyra to Sir Harwin Strong, the father of the 3 bastard children. A turning point in this season was the throne getting taken away from Rhaenyra after the death of King Viserys. His dying words to Alicent was to make Aegon II heir to the throne. Another crazy moment in the season was Rhaenyra and Alicent's children fighting and Lucerys slashing out the eye of Aemon. Not only has the relationship between both mothers fallen short, but the relationship between the children are just as bad. Alicent goes to take out the eye of Lucerys as retribution for her son's lost eye before Rhaenyra stops her. A final key moment is Aemon and Lucerys once again fighting, however on the backs of the dragons. Aemon's dragon, Vhagar, attacks and kills both Lucerys and his dragon, the show ending at the death of Rhaenyra's children and her wanting revenge. Anyway, that's Season 1, let's jump into the trailer. This trailer opens to Rhaenyra gazing out onto Storm's End, Shipbreaker Bay, most likely mourning the death of her son. Otto Hightower, Alicent's father, saying errors were made in the hours following King Viserys' death, and he is definitely right about that. Now, I haven't read the book, so everything in this video is pure speculation on my part, but I wonder, in what context is Otto saying this in? Who exactly knows about Lucerys' death? Next, Aegon II takes the throne, supporting all green for the green faction. Alicent says the war will be fought, and we see Daemon storming out. I could be thinking too much into this, but I wonder if Daemon is going into war in this exact moment, since he is in full armor and because of what Alicent says. Next, there is a flag for the Black faction and banners for Hightower on some type of Night's March. And then there's some shields we see of 2 houses who are allies to Rhaenyra. The red and white stripe being House Roseby and the green with the lamb and chalice being House Stokeworth. Next scene jumps to Otto looking a bit older in appearance than he did in Season 1. This could be after he finds out about the death of Lucerys and him knowing the war is imminent. Alicent is seen speaking with someone possibly about the war, saying many will die. All we see is her talking to someone with a cane. This could be Larys Strong, the foot fetish guy she's acquainting herself with. After we see Sir Criston Cole beheading someone who is wearing red and black, an ally to Rhaenyra, perhaps, but who this is I can't tell. We see Aegon II and Rhaenyra. As Alicent speaks, the victor will eventually ascend the throne. This hinting one of them will be sitting there at the end of the Civil War, I would assume. Aegon II wears Aegon the Conqueror's crown, the first Targaryen king, while Rhaenyra wears the crown of Viserys, her father. There's a silver-colored dragon flying over a new character, could be the rumor Adam of Hall. The dragon could be Seasmoke, who was Laenor's dragon, who faked his death in Season 1. We know, though, that he is alive. I'm not sure how they will follow up with this new character, but I assume his dragon will play a role. We hear Rhaenys say there is no war so hateful to the gods. Daemon is seen slashing something or possibly someone with his sword. Aemon is seen approaching the empty throne in the night, very hesitant, while thunder and lightning strike outside. This scene has two meanings to me. One being the storm mocking Aemon, symbolizing the storm where Lucerys and Aemon were battling. While the two boys did not get along, Aemon did try to stop his dragon from fighting Lucerys' dragon. It seems the death of Lucerys could be haunting or taunting Aemon. Aemon gets the nickname Kinslayer, something that his mother and grandfather will shame him for. The second meaning being that the thunder and lightning over the throne could be the symbolism for the throne almost being haunted. Aemon also could be jealous of his brother, and that's why we see him approaching the throne by himself. Rhaenys says, as war between kin, there's a group heading to what I assume to be the north due to the snow on the ground. This could be them heading to Winterfell. I'm not sure if it is, but there was a rumor. I'm not sure if it still is a rumor or if it was confirmed, but we were supposed to be meeting some of the Starks. So this scene would make sense. Rhaenyra meets with someone on a beach with her dragon and theirs. Who the person is, we cannot tell. But the dragon looks to be the same from earlier. Seasmoke could be Laenor or could be someone else who claimed and tamed the dragon. Next is a close-up of Helena's face, Alicent's daughter, who hasn't been a forefront character, really, but could be in line for a bigger role this season. Remember, she's very into insects, so I'm expecting some sort of gross scene involving insects. Next seems to be a few battle scenes. The most notable one looks to be a dragon blowing fire down at a portion of the battle. We see Rhaenys' finishing quote to Rhaenyra, which in full states, there is no war so hateful to the gods as a war between kin, and no war so bloody as a war between dragons. We haven't gotten much of Daemon's children, Bella and Rhaena, but we see Bella on Dragonback, screaming, just like her mother on Dragonback in Season 1. The town seems to be in chaos or under attack. Alicent is possibly being taken to safety from some of her knights that are pulling her away from a man aggressively grabbing her. I don't exactly know what's going on here. Like I said, could be an attack or the town turning against Alicent, like the town turning against Cersei in Game of Thrones. A young boy from House Bracken is seen drawing his sword. This isn't the first time we've seen House Bracken in the show. There was a duel for Rhaenyra's hand involving someone from House Bracken, and there was a House Bracken swearing allegiance to Aegon II, so it seems they want us to remember House Bracken. Daemon is seen on Dragonback following the scene of what could have been him storming out of the room in full armor earlier in the trailer. Helaena has a knife to her throat from someone I'm not sure of. I see on the internet people talking about an apparent blood and cheese moment. This could be from the book, but again, sorry guys, I didn't read the books. If you know what this is, comment below. There's a shot of the Cargill twin brothers perhaps fighting. As we know from Season 1, Eric helped Rhaenyra escape King's Landing and brought her father's crown. And Auric took the allegiance to Alicent and Aegon II. The final shots of the trailer include Aemon riding on his dragon, Rhaenyra riding on her dragon, and we get a crazy shot of Vhagar, Aemon's dragon flying over perhaps a battle scene. We see just how big the dragon really is. Perhaps this is the ending of the season and the civil war between the Targaryen and House Hightower. So, this trailer had a ton of quick shots that, let me say, were a bit challenging to break down without having any knowledge of the book. The trailer closes saying the season will premiere in the summer of 2024, which I was not expecting to come out so soon, but I'm definitely excited for. But I want to hear from you guys, your thoughts on the trailer. I also want to hear from those who read the books. Does the show directly align with what went on in the books, or does it stray away? Also, I would love to know some spoilers that happen in the books. Now, surely I could do this myself, but I'd love to hear your guys' interpretations of it. I expect a lot from Season 2, and finding out this will only be 4 seasons makes me think it's going to be all killer, no filler. Also, leave some comments below on who your favorite character has been so far. I don't think I have one yet, but I'm curious who you got. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the video. I had a ton of fun breaking it down, and I will 100% be breaking down the episodes when they come out. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have an incredible day.